Hello everyone, welcome to your mathematics class. We will continue our chapter exponents and powers. Next topic in this chapter is standard and usual forms of number. Now what is standard form and what is usual form? Sometimes we have large numbers or small numbers written in the form of decimals. For example, this is a very small number which is written in the form of decimal. So this form of writing any number is known as usual form, and if we write this number in terms of exponents or powers, that will be known as standard form. Now how we can convert this into standard form? For converting this, we will eliminate this decimal. So we all know when we eliminate decimal, what we do? We eliminate the decimal and put 1 in denominator, and then we put number of zeros equal to the number of digits after decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will put 7 zeros in denominator. So it will become 68 whole upon this. Now how we can write it in standard form? We can write this number in terms of exponents. Like we know this is 10 raised to the power 7. We can write it as 10 raised to the power 7. You all know that. Why I had written it as 10 raised to the power 7? Because these both numbers are same. 10 raised to the power 7 means this number. Now this 10 raised to the power minus 7 can be taken to numerator with negative exponent. So this will become 68 multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 7. So we can write this small number in standard form with exponents like this, 68 multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 7. So this is your standard form, and this is your usual form of writing any small number. Right? In the same way, we can write large numbers also. For example, we have this number. So this will be known as the standard form, that the number is written in the standard form. Right? Now how we can convert it into usual form? We will simply multiply this number with 10 raised to the power 10, and it will be. Now what is the meaning of 10 raised to the power 10? We have to write 10 zeros here. Right, this is the simplification of this number. Now there are decimal after 4 digits. So we will write this decimal after 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decimal will come here and these zeros will get washed off. So this will be known as its usual form. Now that means for very large numbers and for very small numbers, we use these standard and usual forms to write. Now let's understand it with exercise 12.2. In exercise 2.2, question number 1 is given as express the following numbers in standard form. So we have to convert given numbers into standard form. So first is 0. 11 times 0, 8, 5. So this is the number given for the first part. So what we will do to convert it into standard form, we will remove this decimal. Now after removing this decimal, we will write a number in denominator which will have 13 zeros. Like this. Now this number is in denominator, so we will write it as 85 upon this. Now since it is in denominator, we can write this in terms of exponent in numerator with negative integer exponent. So it can be written as 85 multiplied with 10 to the power minus 30. Alright, why I had written here minus 13? Because this large number was in denominator, and we all know from the law of exponent that a raised to the power minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n. So here in denominator it was 10 raised to the power 13. So we just taken that from denominator to numerator with negative exponent. So it becomes 85 multiplied 10 to the power minus 30. Now this can also be written as 8.5 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 12. Now how I had written this? What I did? I just took 110 from this number and divided this 85 with it, because this number was in denominator. So if I am taking 10 from it, that will also go in denominator only. So I had written it in like 85 multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 12, and I left this 10 in denominator. Now I divided this 85 with this 10, so it becomes 8.5, and rest it is multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 12. So it becomes this. So this is your standard form for this given number. Hope it is clear to you. Now there is another method also in which we will not eliminate this decimal, but what we will do, we will just shift this decimal. Now what we can do to write this number into standard form, we can shift this decimal till here, and then we will count the number of times it has been shifted, and we will write that number in exponent of 10. So let's see. Now this decimal is shifted here for the one time, then second time, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now when decimal is shifted here, so it becomes 8.5. And how many times it has been shifted? 12 times. So we will write that 12 in exponent of 10. So it will become multiplied 10 raised to the power 12. Now we know when we are shifting decimal, that means it will give you a negative exponent. So we will write it minus 12. So you can directly write by just shifting decimal to right side. Correct? So this is your answer. Let's see another one. Here it is written. So this is your given number. You have to convert this usual form into standard form. Again, let's shift this decimal to right side. This will shift here for the first time, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's keep it till here only, and it will become 9.42. Multiplied with how many times I had shifted to decimal? 13 times. So I will write 10 raised to the power minus 13. I am shifting decimal to right side, that is why exponent will come in negative integer. So shifting decimal to right hand side is the easiest method to convert any usual form into standard form. I hope it is clear. Now there is another part which is fourth one, and that is similar to these numbers. So you can try that yourself. Now let's understand the third part. It is written this number, and you have to write it in standard form. Now you can see there is no decimal. That means this is a very large number and we have to write it in standard form. This can be directly written as 602 multiplied with 10 raised to the power 13. This can also be a standard form, and if you want to write it in terms of a small number, then what you can do, you can divide this number with 100. So when you are dividing this with 100, that means you have to multiply also this with 100, so as to keep your number unchanged. If I multiply and divide at the same time with same number in numerator and in denominator, that means I am not changing my fraction, because this 100 can be cancelled out and this will remain same. So here I am just dividing this number with 100 and I will add this 100 to 10 raised to the power 13. What will happen after this? When this is divided by 100, it becomes 6.02, and add, how we will add? This is 10 raised to the power 2, and we know a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. So this will become 10 raised to the power 13 plus 2, and which will be equal to 6.02 multiplied 10 raised to the power 15. Right? This is also your standard form, and the previous one which we had written 602 into 10 raised to the power 13, this was also your standard form. You can write in any form. Okay? Now try rest of the parts of this question by yourself. Let's see question number 2. It is saying express the following numbers in usual form. Now the numbers are given in standard form and you have to write them in usual form. Now the first part is 3.02 multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 6. We understood in the previous question that how we can write any number with negative exponent of 10. Now in the same way, what we will do, we will shift our decimal towards left hand side. Like we will write 3.02 here, and we know the exponent of 10 is 6. Since it is minus 6, that means it's been already shifted to left hand side. Now we have to write in usual form, so we will shift to right hand side. This will come here for the first time. So here it will become 0. Then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. For every shifting of decimal, you will write 0 before 3. Now this has been shifted 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So we will write this decimal here. No, for the 6th time we will write decimal here. So this comes here and the number becomes 0.12345 This is your usual form of this given number. Correct? Or you can do it with the standard way. Like this is in negative exponent, so you can write it in denominator. Now you can divide this 3.02 with this number and you will get this number. So this is also your usual form. Both are same method. When you want to write in standard form, you can shift your decimal to right hand side. When you want to write usual form, you can shift your decimal to left hand side. Let's see at another part. This is 4.5 multiplied with 10 raised to the power 4. Now the exponent is not in negative. So that means we cannot shift this decimal to left hand side. We have to multiply this number with these exponents of 10. So when we multiply this number with 10 raised to the power 4 or 10,000, so it will become 4,50,000. Now we are having one decimal after one digit. So we will write this decimal after one digit from right here. It will vanish off this 0 and we are left with 45,000. This is your usual form of this given standard form. Correct? In the same way you can do other parts, so try them yourself. Let's try question number 3. Question number 3 is saying express the number appearing in the following statements in standard form. Now there are few statements are given and you have to write given numbers in standard form. First is 1 micron is equal to 1 upon 10 raised to the power 6 meters. Now you will say I am saying 10 raised to power 6 but I am writing this. It is your statement which is given in the book and its meaning is 1 micron is equal to 1 upon 10 raised to the power 6 meter. How you can write this in standard form? Now you can write it in 1 multiply 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter. So your statement becomes 1 micron is equal to 1 multiply 10 raised to the power minus 6 meters. Look at the third part. Size of bacteria is given. Right, now you have to write this size of bacteria into standard form. Again you can see there is decimal and this is a very small number. That means we will get negative exponent and we will shift this decimal to right hand side. Now see how many times you have to shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now this decimal has come here, that means we can write 5 multiplied with 10 raised to the power minus 7 meters. This is the size of bacteria in standard form. Right? You can do it in that method also, where I explained you that you can remove decimal and you can write in denominator that how many zeros will come, and then you can take them to numerator with negative exponent. In the same way, you have to perform other parts of this question. That is your homework. Now see the last question of this exercise, question number 4. In a stack there are 5 books, each of thickness 20 millimeter. There are 5 books, among which each is having a thickness of 20 millimeter, and there are 5 paper sheets, each with thickness 0.016 millimeter, and you have to tell what is the total thickness of the stack. Now we can see thickness of books are given in a standard number, but thickness of paper sheet is given with a very small number, and that is written in usual form. So we have to first convert this thickness of paper sheets into standard form. So let's first write the first statement. Total thickness of 5 books is equal to, when each book is of thickness 20 mm, that means 5 books will be of thickness 5 multiply 20 millimeter, and this will become 100 millimeter. Now the total thickness of 5 paper sheets is equal to 5 multiply 0.016 millimeter. Now this thickness is not in standard form, so you will write this in standard form here. What you will do, you will shift this decimal to right hand side. See how many times it will be shifting. It will shift for 1, 2 and 3. 3 times it will shift, or you can shift it for 2 times also. I am shifting it for 3 times. It will become 16 multiply 10 raised to the power minus 3 millimeter. Now I can directly multiply 16 and 5. It will become 80 multiply 10 raised to the power minus 3 millimeter. This is the thickness of 5 paper sheets. Now what we have to find? We have to find total thickness of the stack. Now stack is containing both 5 books and 5 paper sheets. So what will be the total thickness of stack? Total thickness of a stack will be thickness of books or you can write thickness of 5 books plus thickness of 5 paper sheets, right? And we know what is the thickness of 5 books and what is the thickness of 5 paper sheets. So we will write them directly. This is total thickness, which is equal to thickness of books. This is 100 millimeter plus thickness of paper sheets 80 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 3 millimeter. Now you can see we cannot solve these two terms in standard form because there is no law of exponent is available for plus operation. So what we will do, firstly we will write this term in usual form. In the same way, what we will do, here we can see there is a negative exponent, so we will shift our decimal towards left hand side. So our decimal will shift from here, it will go for, we have exponent minus 3, so we will shift it for 3 times. 1, 2, so when it comes here it will become 0, and then we have to shift it for 3 times, that means we will shift again for one more time and then it will come here. So it will become 0.080 mm. Correct? Or you can see here 80 multiplied 10 raised to power minus 3, decimal is here and we are shifting it 1, 2, we put 1 0 here because we have shifted for 2 times only, we have to shift for 3 times. So for the next time decimal will come here and it will become 0.080. Correct? This will become usual form. So I had written the same number. Now both the terms are in usual form. We can directly add 100 mm and 0.080 mm. So we will write 100.08 mm. Now why I have not written this 0? Because it do not have any value when it is placed after decimal and after 8. Now this is the total thickness of the stack. You can leave your answer here or you can write it in terms of exponents by shifting your decimal towards right. You can shift your decimal 1 and 2 times and you can write 1.0008 multiplied with 10 raised to the power 2 mm. This is your total thickness. Now since we are studying chapter of exponents and power, so we have to give all our answers in terms of exponents. That is why this will become our answer for the thickness of stack. I hope all the questions are clear to you. Now try the parts of question number 1, 2 and 3 yourself. Thank you so much.